Welcome back, Sports Tonight on Channels Television. That was CAF President Ahmad speaking on a whole lot of things that makes African football. He talked about the CHAN. Yes, they said, Kenya, you're not ready, so drop it. And then they've given it to Morocco. It was a long conversation. He went on to talk about the fact that Africa can host the AFCON in June. And it won't be a problem, that the increased number is not also a problem, and that football in Africa will keep getting better. Because I was concerned about the promises they made at the start of it, that they're going to make a united African football family, and that's why they are spreading their meetings. Sports Tonight on Channels Television. Let's get on with the conversation now. I want you to talk to us. The ITO Cup, you listen to Ahmad and some of the changes happening in African football. What's your opinion? Talk to us on Twitter, channels_sports, Facebook channels, IFN Sports. Also, Bong Effion, captain of Aqua United, and the chairman, Paul Bassi, are out of the studio now. Toby Adekpoju joins us. Toby, good to have you on the show.
Yeah, good to be here, Austin. Great weekend in Nigeria for the Nigerian football. Well, that actually should be, yes, the last moment in the men's event before the women. Oh. Choke my head off. I mean, there's still a final for the women football, but in the men's event for the year, this should be the last event. I mean, it was a glamorous final for me, Austin. We've talked several years about how we need to revive, at this cup tournament, and I think, kudos to the federation and the sponsor ITO, and then the two teams. I mean, Austin, like you said, a lot of people spoke about what happened in the final. There was no goals. There was, but I mean, in the final, there's a lot of things that come to it.
That's right.
Anxiety in the players. Both teams really want to win. Like the captain said, they have to be very, very careful. And like I told you off air, before this final, both teams produced 36 goals.
Look at that.
From the round of 16.
No one complained at that time.
Aqua United scored a massive 23 goals. Wow. From round of 16. Tornado scored 19. I beg your pardon, 13.
That's right. So they can score.
You can give it to them. You can give it to them.
The spirit of a final game.
Both teams deserve to be here. They pull up a great performance, and I think I really enjoyed everything I saw on Sunday.
In your Bong Monday is also here. In your Bong, good to have you on Sports Tonight. I saw you at the stadium. At some point, you were singing. At some point, you were tensed. But your name says it all. So congratulations.
Yeah, also it was absolutely spectacular. It was wonderful. For me, first and foremost, you want to be a neutral. You want to look at things from a neutral standpoint. It was an excellent final. It was good. The organization was first class, and we give credit to ITO. I thought it was brilliant. It was good to see the fans turn out. Tensions everywhere. The nerves were jangling. As an Aqua United fan, Austin, I was holding my heart in my mouth. It was palpable at times, but the good thing is that Aqua United won in the day. The bad thing is that Niger Tornadoes lost, because on the day I thought they didn't deserve to be on the losing side. They played very, very well. They were outstanding. I was quite surprised by the performance of Niger Tornadoes, because I'm not quite sure that there are many people in this league who will say they're quite a spectacular side, but they came and gave Aqua United a real run for their money. But it was fantastic, good game of football. There are certain people who will say the goals didn't quite fly in on the day, and as Toby quite rightly put it, it's a final. It has to be cagey. It has to be very, very. The players have got to go into the game thinking you can't go. You're not playing against with due respect and then another side. You're playing a final against an Aqua United side that if you open the game up, if you want to go toe-to-toe with them, they're going to beat you, because people talk about Aqua United playing the best football in the land, and they keep the ball on the ground, they move it around, they've got the quality in the midfield, they can pass any team to that, and I thought Niger Tornadoes were absolutely brilliant.
And I like the fact that it's coming from an Aqua United point of view. You just mentioned Paul Bassi also said the same thing, and that right there shows that when we see good football, we take it. By the way, some fans saw me at the stadium and said they couldn't do them the Maikaba thing. I still want to know what the Maikaba thing is. Aqua United, we're the champions of the ITO Cup, and let's give not much time to talk to the chairman. Ibom Angels will also be playing in the Women's Federation and ITO Cup final in Jos against Rivers Angels. So it means they are reaping the hard work.
It's a good year for Akwa Ibom club football. It's a good year for Akwa Ibom sports generally. They had the National Youth Cup, youth games earlier on in the year. So it's wonderful. You want to see your clubs doing well. You want to see the people representing sports in Akwa Ibom do well, because in all honesty, Austin, the governor of Akwa Ibom, State of Wudumi Manala, has really done well. he's invested so much in the sports industry since he took over as governor, and he's reaping the benefits. And I think Akwa Ibom State will be very proud, and they'll be proud for the things they've achieved this year. Even if they don't go on to win, they would have achieved something quite sensational. So it's great that it's just good to be an Akwa Ibom person at the moment, really, Austin.
Okay, wait. Toby, I'll get you to talk about the Women's Super 4 League, because I don't want to take it away from the women. But let's go back to that final day where Nasarawa Amazons, they played brilliant football to become winners in the Women's Super 4 that was played in Benin City. The deputy governors of Edo State and Nasarawa State, they were there. And after the match, they were full of praise for the organizing committee. Let's listen to them. We'll talk about it when we come back. Don't go anywhere.
Let me congratulate not just our team, but the government of Edo State for what we've seen. And the Aisha Faludin-led committee, they have taken our football to a very new level. So we really need to appreciate and to congratulate and to support them. We'll be expecting more from them next season.
People from Ondo, Lagos, Kogi, Delta, Bayelsa, Rivers, all of them will just walk down, not even fly down. So Mr. Governor is clear about what we want to achieve in Edo State. Beyond developing sport, having a bank of talent that will represent this country in all events, we also want to attract international tournament here. Beyond football, other sports.
That's it. Whenever we talk about women's football, it brings smiles to our faces. Toby, fantastic show we saw in the Women's Super 4. And as the governor of Edo State said, it should go beyond football. Let it spread to others.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, it was a good year for women's football also. I've heard a lot of pundits said a lot of good things about the women's football this season. For the first time in a long time, we didn't have walkover. Everything was successful. Edo came into the board to come and be sponsor of the Super 4 successful.
Dominance was broken.
I mean,
Rivers Angel.
Rivers Angel, the dominant performance was broken. Nasarawa Amazon, Delta really showed up on the day, and Nasarawa Amazon, won. I mean, it was a colorful event in Edo State. I just hope, the board, led by Aisha Falode, will build on this.
And look at this goal, So we also saw quality play. Take it to the wing, picked up a man, and it was a beautiful
good build-up.
I was even saying, man, picked up a woman.
I mean, that was a brilliant finish. I mean, to say in the final, like I said, I mean, it has been a brilliant year for women football. Aisha Falode and the crowd has done a good job. And we just hope they can build on this. And then I would say the guys, get more, competition and more good, structure.
That's what it is. Aisha Falode and her team sustain the momentum. Let's do